Crypto moving faster than a rocket. You ever feel that? 1 minute it's all Bitcoin this,
Yeah.
Bitcoin that. Next minute you got a game on Telegram where you're racking up crypto.
Yeah. It's wild out there.
It is. And that's why we're diving in today, making sure you're not just in the loop, but like actually ahead of it. Bitcoin making noise as always. Binance is, Binance.
A whole roller coaster?
Exactly. And then we got some market trends. Honestly, kind of blew my mind a little.
Yeah, the articles you sent over, really interesting stuff, like this cautious but optimistic vibe.
Yeah.
Big players, Blackrock, you know, making some power moves. But then you got Binance, huge already, still expanding, but also kind of under fire, right?
Okay, so let's talk BlackRock and Coinbase then. I mean, BlackRock, they're like the definition of playing it safe, right? Huge institution, tons of money, but they're shaking things up, changing their Coinbase deal. You need to wait 12 hours now to take your Bitcoin out. Seems small, but these guys manage trillions. They don't just like sneeze and make a decision like that.
Oh, definitely not.
So with all the rumors about Coinbase maybe being in debt, is BlackRock seeing trouble ahead, or are they just being like extra careful?
It's probably both, honestly. You got to remember, this is the biggest asset manager globally, right? And they're dipping their toes into Bitcoin.
Yeah.
They see the potential. They've even said it. Bitcoin, it's a unique diversifier, but they also know crypto can be a wild ride, even with a name like Coinbase. So caution makes sense.
Which reminds me of that Arthur Hayes article, you know, the one where he's saying if the Fed keeps hiking interest rates, crypto's going to get slammed.
Yeah, I saw that one.
So it's like one side, you got BlackRock, these huge institutions, they're interested. But then, boom, the economy might throw a wrench and everything. What's that mean for someone who's like just starting to think about crypto?
It means don't treat it like a lottery ticket. This isn't just buying and forgetting. Crypto, it's all about what's happening around it, the whole landscape. You got to know what you're getting into because it can change fast.
So not all your eggs in one basket, more like.
Spreading the risk.
Exactly, just like BlackRock's doing, right?
Yeah. Speaking of navigating tricky situations, how about we move on to Binance? Always something going on there.
Binance, man. They're like juggling chainsaws over there. Always got something going on. New game now, Moonbix on Telegram. That's, what, almost 1 billion users they could reach?
Yeah, they're not afraid to think big. It's smart, though. Get people who already use digital stuff, ease them into crypto through gaming. It's a good strategy.
But it's like, while all that's happening, their own co-founder, Zhao, he's about to be let go by the U.S., right? After that whole legal mess.
September 29th, if I remember right.
Can't be a coincidence, timing like that.
Definitely interesting. It takes some pressure off Binance, having him back, but the whole regulatory spotlight's not going away that easily.
And then there's that Wazirks hack too, right? Binance says they're not involved, but still, kind of makes you wonder.
Yeah, no matter who's really to blame there, it shows how important security is in crypto. If Binance wants to stay on top, they got to prove this stuff won't happen, be more open about things, especially now going into gaming and all.
It's like they're walking this crazy tightrope. One side, huge growth, big plans. The other side, legal battles, security issues. Could all fall apart.
Innovation's always risky, right? And what Binance does, it affects everyone in crypto, not just them. Whether they succeed or fail, it could change how governments regulate things, how much people trust crypto. It's a big deal.
Wild, right?
No.
Even if you don't use Binance, you're caught up in it. Speaking of unexpected players, did you hear about Bhutan? The country? They're like Bitcoin hoarders now.
Yeah, keeping it quiet, but they've been stacking Bitcoin for a while now. One of the biggest holders by country, actually.
Instead of gold, it's digital gold now. What's the logic there?
They seem to really believe in blockchain, you know? Think it can help their economy, make things more transparent, even help the environment somehow. Bitcoin's like their bet on the future, I guess.
Like finding a hidden vault of money. But it's all online. And then you got MicroStrategy. They're the opposite of playing it safe, dropping $700 million in debt to buy even more Bitcoin.
Bold move. Their CEO, Michael Saylor, he's all in on Bitcoin. Their whole future's riding on it. Could be genius, could be crazy, especially with the market cooling down like it is.
Cooling down? What's that mean exactly? How can you even tell?
Well, look at the exchange reserves. They're plummeting, haven't been this low since 2018. Basically, the big players, the whales, they're taking their Bitcoin off the exchanges.
So less trading, maybe holding on to it long term now.
Could be. So you got MicroStrategy going all in, while others are hitting pause, seeing how things play out.
Crypto, man, never a dull moment.
Yeah.
And now we got Solana jumping into the ring, but with a phone. The Solana saga, they called it.
It's ambitious, I'll give them that. Shows how much people want blockchain in everyday life, not just on their computers. And that Genesis token they're launching with it, that's interesting.
Genesis token. Sounds cool, but why is it a big deal for this phone?
Think of it like exclusive access to Solana stuff just for having the phone. Special features, rewards, all that. It's their way to get people using it early on, build a community around the phone.
So it's like a mini economy, but just on your phone.
Pretty much. Bold move, combining the phone, software, and this whole token system. Will it work? Who knows? But you got to admire the creativity.
We've covered a lot, that's for sure. Big money moving in, gaming, countries buying Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Innovations everywhere. But like you said before, more eyes are on crypto now, especially governments, talking regulations and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like every other day there's a new headline, governments trying to figure out crypto regulations. I mean, it makes sense though, right?
It's a lot of money moving around in a way that was unheard of just a few years ago.
Trillions.
Exactly. And it's changing so fast. How do you even keep up with the regulations when the technology is evolving so quickly?
Right. It's like, is it a security? Is it a commodity? Is it something totally different?
Nobody seems to agree on what it is.
It's like trying to put a square block in a round hole. Using these old rules meant for a totally different financial world.
That's a good way to put it. And it has so many implications, too. How do you tax it? How do you trade it legally?
And forget all that. What about just protecting people?
Hugely important, especially with all the hacks and scams popping up, like that Wazirx thing we talked about.
Exactly. When it's decentralized, no borders, how do you even know who to hold responsible when something goes wrong?
It's almost impossible sometimes. And then even if one country figures out some rules, good luck getting everyone else on board.
Well, it's like herding cats, right?
More like trying to conduct an orchestra where every musician has a different song sheet.
Oh, that's good. That's a good one.
But, you know, even with all the headaches, I think a lot of people are realizing that regulations could be a good thing in the long run.
Oh, really? How so?
Well, if it's done right. It could make people trust crypto more. Big investors, institutions, they might actually feel safer getting involved if there are clear rules.
That makes sense.
And it could help get rid of the scammers, protect regular people, which means more people would actually use crypto. It could help it grow in a healthy way.
So instead of being scared of regulations, maybe it's like the next step to make crypto more, I don't know, official.
Exactly. It's all about finding that sweet spot. Encourage innovation, but also keep things stable and secure. The ones who will succeed in the long run, they'll be the ones who play by the rules, work with the regulators, and keep their users safe.
So for our listeners, the ones who've been with us this whole time, trying to make sense of it all, what's the one thing they should remember about this whole crypto regulation thing?
Don't think of it as a bad thing. It's a sign that crypto is growing up. Yeah, there might be some growing pains, some bumps in the road, but in the end, it could create a crypto world that's actually sustainable, trustworthy. And that's good for everyone.
Sounds like crypto's about to go through a major transformation then.
Oh, absolutely. And we have front row seats.
Well, that about wraps it up for this deep dive, everybody. We've gone from Bitcoin to Binance, found some hidden crypto treasures, and even tried to make sense of the wild world of crypto regulations.
It's a wild ride, that's for sure.
You said it. And the craziest part is, anything could change tomorrow, right?
That's the thing with crypto. You gotta stay curious, don't believe everything you hear, and never stop learning.
Couldn't agree more. And to help you learn even more, we've got links to all the articles we talked about down in the show notes. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. Do some digging. You might just predict the next big crypto move. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.
Thank you once again for being part of our ever-growing On-Chain News Network community. Until next time, keep exploring the future of finance and stay curious. We'll see you in our next video.